Imagine a world where information is a maze, scattered across countless web pages with no map to guide you. Two young dreamers with a single algorithm, setting out to turn that maze into a neatly organized library for the world. This is the story of how Google was born. Chapter 1. A chance encounter that changed everything. In the mid-1990s, the internet was like the Wild West, chaotic, uncharted, and full of potential. It was in 1995 at Stanford University that two PhD students, Larry Page and Sergey Brin, crossed paths. Their first meeting, far from friendly. Larry found Sergey outspoken. Sergey thought Larry was too intense, but their intellectual chemistry was undeniable. Larry, the son of a computer science professor, had a knack for envisioning systems. Sergey, with his mathematical genius and immigrant resilience, brought analytical rigor. Beyond their academic interests, they bonded over late-night brainstorming sessions.
He's more of a night guy, so he does his studying late.
Fueled by takeout food.
Food! Give me more food!
And a shared frustration with the inefficiency of existing search engines. They weren't just colleagues. They became friends who supported each other through the challenges of balancing schoolwork and their ambitious project. Chapter 2. The Birth of Backrub, January 1996. Their project began as Backrub in early 1996. Unlike existing search engines, which ranked pages based on how often a term appeared, Backrub used backlinks, the links pointing to a page, to determine its importance. Larry and Sergey believed that if other websites linked to a page, it must be valuable. They often worked 12-hour days, coding and testing their algorithms in a cramped Stanford computer lab. To save money, they built their initial servers using inexpensive hardware parts, often repurposed from discarded machines. Despite their grueling schedule, they found joy in small victories, like successfully indexing their first 100 web pages. Chapter 3. The Garage Dream Begins, September 1998. Larry and Sergey's dorm rooms at Stanford became their first office. With borrowed computers and a rented server, they worked tirelessly, often skipping meals and sleeping under desks. Sergey's playful sense of humor often lightened the mood during long nights, while Larry's methodical approach kept them on track. Their friendship deepened as they supported each other through moments of doubt and exhaustion. By September 1998, they realized their vision was too big to remain a university project. They needed funding. Enter Andy Bechtolsheim, co-founder of Sun Microsystems. On September 4th, 1998, after a brief demo on a sunny Stanford morning, Andy was so impressed that he wrote them a check for $100,000 to Google Inc., a company that technically didn't exist yet. That check was their golden ticket. Chapter 4. The Name That Defined an Era, October 1998. With the seed money, Google officially incorporated on September 7th, 1998, and soon moved into a friend's garage in Menlo Park, California. The name Google itself, derived from the mathematical term Google, symbolized their mission, organizing an infinite amount of information. Competition was fierce. Established players like Yahoo and AltaVista dominated the market. Skeptics doubted Google's minimalist approach, but users loved its simplicity and accuracy. Larry and Sergey often spent their evenings responding to user feedback personally, refining the algorithm to meet real-world needs. By the end of 1998, Google had indexed about 60 million pages, setting a new standard for search engines. Chapter 5. The Game Changer, AdWords. On October 23, 2000, Google introduced AdWords, a self-serve ad platform that transformed the company into a financial powerhouse. Suddenly, search wasn't just about answers, it was about profits. This innovation laid the foundation for Google's meteoric rise. The early revenue model of AdWords allowed businesses to bid for ad placement, earning Google billions over time. By the mid-2000s, Google's advertising revenue surpassed that of traditional media giants. Despite their success, Larry and Sergey maintained a hands-on approach, ensuring that innovation remained at the heart of the company. Chapter 6: The Day the World Took Notice. The pivotal moment came on August 19, 2004, when Google went public. The IPO was unconventional, just like the company itself. Instead of Wall Street's traditional process, they used a Dutch auction to allow everyday investors to participate. Overnight, Google's market value soared, and Larry and Sergey became billionaires. Despite their newfound wealth, their personal lives remained relatively modest. Larry was known for riding his electric bike to work, and Sergey continued to enjoy coding alongside engineers in Google's open offices. Their hands-on approach and accessibility earned them admiration from employees. Chapter 7: Challenges and Downfalls. No empire grows without challenges. Between 2005 and 2015, Google faced criticism over privacy concerns, allegations of monopolistic practices, and internal controversies. The acquisition of YouTube in 2006 was initially viewed as a risky move, but it turned into one of Google's biggest successes, making the company a leader in digital video. There were also personal challenges. The immense pressure of managing a tech behemoth led both Larry and Sergey to step back from daily operations in 2015, entrusting Sundar Pichai with the role of CEO. They remained involved but began focusing more on long-term projects and personal passions. Chapter 8: Google Today, 2024. Today, Google, under the Alphabet Inc. umbrella, is a global giant with a valuation exceeding $1.7 trillion. Its revenue primarily comes from advertising, which accounts for over 80% of its income. Platforms like YouTube, Google Ads, and Google Cloud generate billions annually. For instance, YouTube alone brought in $28 billion in 2023, showcasing the power of video content in the digital age. Google has also diversified into areas like AI, self-driving cars, through Waymo, and quantum computing. Despite these successes, it faces ongoing scrutiny over antitrust lawsuits and the ethical implications of AI. The company's dominance has sparked debates about regulation and fair competition.